Hello, this is Hannah from CGT 345. This is my 5th assignment for CGT 345, and it's just making a little obstacle course where I programmed some of the traps. So here's the first one. If you jump right in, it's a sandpit of death. I'll do that again. It has a slow, and then you end up spawning back because you died. Okay, we're good. Alright, so you make your cross the treacherous sandpit, you end up in a room with this and this, and you're like, oh, what's this? And you're like, oh, look, it was a key for this door. So there goes the door. And I forgot to rebuild the lighting, so there's a shadow that's not supposed to be there, but it's fine. And, oh, whoa, all the rocks are chasing me, whoa, okay. And they're there. They're making their way through. And, yeah, so, congratulations, you used Fred Sandpit, solved a simple puzzle, made some great rock friends. Here they are. There they are. Still rolling. Alright, so this first one we'll start with is the sand trap. And the sand trap was a little more involved. I started with an entrance area, which was just kind of the entire the area where you would start to fall into the sand pit, and that had its own event casted on the first person character, where it would slow the character down and also slow their descent into the sand. I thought that there would probably be a couple different ways to do this, but the easiest way was just to adjust the gravity for that area. And when it ended overlapping the entrance area, I had to actually try to put everything back to how it was supposed to be. I think I accidentally made the character a little bit faster if he gets out of the sand pit, but it's not terribly noticeable. But the gravity is set back to 1, so the character moves properly. But as you're falling into this pit, there's no way to get back out. And if you were to touch the bottom, the gravity, you would be able to jump with it. And even though you'd be slow, you would probably be able to jump and get out of the sand pit. So before you touch the bottom of the sand pit, it kills you, which is this kill volume here, and it just sends you back out to where you started, which I just hard-coded in. There's definitely a way to just say, hey, send back to where the character spawned from. But I'm not doing that. And then the other thing is I wanted to give a little bit of a neat kind of haziness to the sand pit, so I just put some ambient dust over the top of it right when the event begins, right when you begin playing the game. So the next thing you come across is the door, and the door is just a sliding kind of like a cube with this box here that checks the collision. And the way I set it up is that when you get into that room, there's nowhere to go, but you look and you see what looks like a door, and then you look and you see what looks like a different colored object in the room. And so I was thinking, like, oh, well, you know, if the person goes to the door and they can't open it, then the only other thing in the room to go to is this weird cylinder thing. So then they go to it, and it opens the door. I did that using a timeline. Just got its initial position, added a little bit of an X value to it over this set of time, had it lerp across to the new location. And then the rock trap was interesting. I really, really, really wanted the rock to hit the character and have the character bounce. Problem with it is the rock moves away from the scene route, and the scene route here is what seemed to drive everything as far as collision between this and this character. So I'd hit these boxes and they would bounce me all over the place, and that's not what I wanted. So, and I tried it in here and it didn't work, and I tried it in the character blueprint and I couldn't get it to work. So that's something I want to look into further. But anyways, what I did end up doing is that I have it so that you have your rock, say here, and then on the floor over here, there's a box that you would step into. So when you step into the box, you have the rock here. It's going to add an impulse. So like when the character crosses into here, you get the character's location and the rock's location, and then it's going to add an impulse to the rock that shoots it in the character's location based on this like small multiplier. And then in the game, I printed out a string whoosh, and I liked it so much that I kept it in the thing just because I like it. So yeah, but the thing is like, you know, your character would be moving across a linear path, and you would end up in the last area, but if you backtracked and hit it again, the rock would keep chasing you as long as you were hitting this little box. So that's something. But this was a lot of fun.